Oh. See, we need a bear claw, so we need to fight a bear, I guess. It would make sense. Oh, of course.
Let's move out.
Oh, there we go. Oh, this is about to end great, isn't it?
We're good to go.
Did you just get fucking stunned? Alright, well.
Piece of cake.
Nah, keep that. Okay, can we find the thing quickly? Or do we have to go through the entire place in order to find what we want? I'll be looking for what looks like a bear. Because I can only imagine that that is what we need to fight. These are very weak to fire, gotcha. Can dodge attacks. Well, cool. Oh yeah, of course. Fucking do poison as well. Why wouldn't they? Okay, yeah, sure. We're just gonna run into... Oh, it's one of you. No. I'm just running in here to see if I can... If what I need is anywhere close. Which I feel like it's not going to be. Fuck it. Oh. Oh, that was a... Okay. Well, I have a solution then. We do that. And then we simply dodge literally everything. Expertly. Just... Woo! Almost. Oh, of course, you fucking do that. We just run then instead. We just peace out. We dodge what we can, and what we cannot, we just run away from. This is clearly not the place we want to be. Oh, well, that was a bit unfortunate, wasn't it? Well, you I can fight. I can fight you just fine.
Not now.
Okay, I say fuck it then, whatever. No. And the person wasn't here. That was you, right? You needed the thing? Cheerful mood. I don't know about that. Although it's her, so she's always in a cheerful mood. Here you go. Here's your bear claw. Not the alcoholic drink thing, but the plant, apparently. Please use them as medicinal ingredients. Requested these at Guild, right? That's right, I did put in a request. I'm just surprised that you went to all the trouble to do this for me. Yeah, we just ran past a bunch of monsters. It's fine. Weren't you hurt trying to gather these? No, it's fine. We just ran past them. No, we were totally fine. I mean, we were fine. Well, maybe minus the totally part. Jesus. I'm worried about your attitude still. Huh? Why? There's nothing to be worried about. I know I've told you this before. It's certainly a joyous occasion when everything goes well. However, it is at these times when we should gird up our loins for the trials that lie ahead. Okay, I'll be more careful from now on. Since I seem to have a bit of spare time, how about I take this opportunity to give you a special sermon? No, anything but that. I'm sorry, Father, but we've really got to get going. You still got work left to do, right, Joshua? Why do you have to bring me into this? Please excuse us, Father, but we have to get back to the guild. That's too bad. However, since it has to do with your job, I must respect your position. Thank you for all your hard work, Estelle and Joshua. I pray that Goddess will always be with you. Okay. But before we turn that shit in, just in case... Actually, we don't get an experience from turning it in, do we? But either way, we're gonna use the revive on him. If nothing else, just to have him not be as sad looking on the portrait. Report. Yeah, I don't get why we get so little for doing that quest. It's seemingly like we didn't have to fight anything, but the enemies are not, you know, merciful. But we get more paid from a monster that isn't that difficult to fight. So, don't know. Okay, that's all of the optional things done. How much money do we have? 2,000. Kidoki. I want to check the orbital thing. You just talk, right? Yeah. Actually, who are you? Oh, okay. You're not important at the moment, apparently. Okay, nothing with you guys. How much do these sell for? Oh, 5. I do have a few books. I didn't see that. Okay, I'll keep all that. Keep that. Okay. Actually, in terms of this, let's check on what is in here. Yeah. Have you updated your gear? Do I have the best thing that you have? I already have that. I already have that. We could get armor vests. Both of us could get that. And then spikes. Interesting. But yes, yeah, so we could get that. 35, 31. We'll get 2 of these. And then I would like to get that too. But hold on, before we do that, we need to equip it. Very good. Then we sell those 2. Then maybe we can convert. 14. 6. 800. Well, that's for 1. I feel like I might want to do some grinding, almost. If nothing else, is like for the actually it's not Septith, is it? It's Sepith. It's not even a T before it. It's just Sepith. I'll just call them gems, honestly, because they look like that. It's probably easier to remember. But I'll probably want to grind some. I don't know. Do you get money from enemies? I don't know if you do. I'm going to want both of them to have some silver earrings to ignore the poison from the wasps. Definitely need to do that. Who wants that? You, because then you have equal defense. That's good. And sell. Bop. I want to buy at least one of these. We'll put that on. I don't know. What was it this did? Prevents blindness. Well, okay. Probably you. Right. I don't remember if enemies give money. Let's actually do a test with that. Just do that. Oh my god, I'm trying to look into that. Okay. We only need to do that one now, yeah. Let's just go down here and fight some stuff, maybe. Sure, we'll fight you. Can't reach you. Sure. Do I get money? I get experience. I get Sepith. I do not get money. I only get money from doing quests, which means that I will only be able to... Well, I mean... Technically I do. If I grind enemies and get some Sepith gems, then that will mean that I can always sell the spare ones. I can always sell them for money to get what I want. Plus also, you know, there is, I do get some experience. So I might, I don't know if that is, I don't know what the game wants, because like honestly at this point, like combat sometimes can feel, because like enemies completely target one person and there's no way to really avoid it anyway. There's also very little options that I have to mitigate things. A lot of the things that I have, like she can taunt enemies, which will make them attack only her. Thing is, I've put HP on her, I've put defense on her, and I put this, like this is the most defensive options I have currently, from what I can tell. I don't know if does taunt increase something else? I can't check on those moves. I can't see what they do through any way I want. I can't, like, I can't see as far as I can tell. Like, there is no option to like look at the crafts outside of in combat. Which I guess I can look into then maybe. It's like, what do they do? So that's her taunt. So it targets. Well, actually, is that only? Do I target only one enemy? Temporarily focuses enemy attention on self.
Hey, come and get me.
Is there only one? Yeah. Oh, and that doesn't even necessarily hit. So like that's the thing. Using these obviously take one more turn, and like there is no defense option, like a way to block, is there? No, that's all the buttons. There is no way to like block attacks or to go into a defensive stance. You can only like heal up. One thing to deal with not getting like hit as much is to more liberally use the crafts, except she only has Hurricane, but that doesn't do a lot of damage. Dual Strike is the only thing that does a lot of damage because it hits twice. I don't know if it's a normal basic attack, but it attacks twice. And especially when you have enemies like these where they shoot from a distance that push you back a little bit, which your attacks normally also does. You need to just move in closer, but then you get hit, and so you move back. Although obviously these enemies are whatever, because they're so weak compared to me at the moment, that they don't do any real damage. But it's just when you get to enemies that do deal damage, I feel like I don't know where the game like. Did the game expect me to run around and gather a bunch of Sepith? Because also, except for the one more spikes boots that I can buy and put on, there is no more equipment in this town. And I'm still working from this town outwards. And so seemingly what I have here should be enough. So outside of getting like the on no poison thing, like I don't know where Mistwald comes into play. Like, is that a harder area that I'm not supposed to go in, which I can gather based on how much damage the enemy did? Like, I'm confused in terms of where the game is difficulty wise, in like how much the enemies hit you, and like what can you possibly do to avoid it. Are you just supposed to have a shit ton of healing items and just use them over and over again? Is that just the thing in the beginning of the game, at least? Is that just you just supposed to, they just expect you to use healing items at all times a lot? But then also, if you potentially use, if 3 enemies are targeting one dude and bring them to enough health from full that you can tell that if you just leave them, or like if they do that again, that person dies, meaning you have to use an healing item on them, because healing with her might be too slow as well. And so, I mean, potentially if she can use an healing item on Josh, for example, if he's targeted by a lot of enemies, do you one person is locked using heal every turn until you've decreased the enemies, which depending on who it is might not be a fast option, which means you will just eat through your healing items, which means you need to buy more, but then you don't get money from enemies, you only get them from doing these quests or selling Sepith, which means that you will probably have to grind Sepith from easier enemies so that you can sell those, which means that you will need to like go back to the sewer, just do a bunch of runs through there, get all the Sepith there, and then like sell that, and so you can buy healing item. Like, is there a rotation gameplay rotation that the game wants me to do? I'm unsure what it is at the moment. It's just I'm kind of confused on what the game intends for you to do as a process at the moment. It's a little, I don't know. I'm unsure of what the game wants, because this is also a problem. Like, if you just do them, if you follow the main quest, like for example, like the side quests are harder than what you are supposed to be fighting at the moment, kind of, but you can do them if you want to. Even if, like, if there was even just main quests where that can come up, because it's enemies on the road that is the problem, and not necessarily which is, you know, potentially connected to the main quest. Like the crabs, for example, even though they weren't that much of a problem, they could still, if there was 3 of them and they just focus target one person, like, there's not a lot you can do about that, because they will never shift attention potentially. It's funny how there is one specific enemy that is like, they will only attack one person, the first one that they like see, quote unquote, but a lot of enemies do that, and they won't shift attention, and you can't shift their attention outside of using her taunt, but that only targets one enemy. And so it's like, is that really helpful? Because now both characters are getting hit, and you know, I don't see an effective way to play this yet, unless that's the point, and you just don't have anything. Obviously this is going to be less of a problem when you have more team members, because then you can do more in combat at the same time. But at the moment it's a little what's the word I'm looking for, shaky in terms of how the process of gameplay works. I don't know, it's a little weird. It's not enough to put me off of it. I just want to set that, and just that is where I'm at currently, where I'm like, it feels a little weird. It's a little, I don't know. It's I'm just not sure of what the game intends / wants you to do, what the process. But anyways, so that I don't continue babbling in the same fucking rotation over and over again, I'm gonna lead off here, and next time we don't have any side quests, because we've done all of them. Fantastic. So we can just continue straight off or straight on into this one, which we will get a lot of money from doing, so that's neat. Maybe we'll need to, maybe we won't, because we have a fair amount of items now, so we probably don't need to use all the money to buy stuff. Depending if I will see if I might just walk around the earlier areas where enemies pretty much do no damage and just grind Sepith, so just so I have that, plus also to sell, so that I can buy those spikes boots, or just spikes as they're called, and also a silver earring, because then I do intend to go to Mistwall at some point, and being able to fight those bees without being poisoned is neat. So that is something I want. I want to buy a silver earring, and I want to buy the boost, so I need 1,000 cash at least. So I will potentially, you know, grind. So I may be a level higher on both of them. Who knows? We'll see what I'll see what I'll do. But anyways, next time we will help the liberal media. Sounds very weird, but yeah. Also, yeah, I want to say, which I did, but anyways, yes, so that's gonna be everything. Let's stop now before I can ramble on more. Thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it, and hope to see you in the next episode.